hope you're all doing well. Okay, so today's tutorial is much requested. It is the Sharpie watercolour nail art. Now, I am going to be using today the Gel 2 in Frou Frou Blue, which is the new one from their Carousel collection. I'm going to be using a range of blue Bic permanent markers. I've got a fine detailing brush, I've got a dish with some isopropyl alcohol in, and I'm going to be finishing it off with my No Cleanse top coat from Gel 2. It's their Radiant Mirror Shine No Cleanse top coat. Okay, so let's get started. So I have already done 2 coats of my Frou Frou Blue, and I'm just going to remove the inhibition layer because I don't like using my Sharpies on the inhibition layer. So I'm just going to let that excess evaporate and I will be back. So that's evaporated, and this literally could not be an easier tutorial if it's just simple. So what you do now is you go in with your Sharpie or your permanent marker, whichever brand that you have. I'm going to use a medium blue here, and I'm literally just going to scribble little patches on my nail. Just wherever I want, and then I'm going to go in, so it just looks like you've let your 2-year-old loose and they've scribbled on something. So I'm going to go in now with my isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to dip my brush in, and I'm just going to wipe off any excess. So depending on how wet your brush is how much this will spread out. So I'm just going to literally spread it out, just a little bit. So this will look quite messy until it's finished. Sometimes you get a brilliant effect, sometimes not so good, but that is my first layer. Now I'm going to let the excess evaporate, and I will be back. It has evaporated any excess there, and I'm just going to go in again now with my darker blue, and I'm just going to add some little patches just in between some of the gaps. As I said, there's no right or wrong here. Sometimes it looks really great, sometimes it looks not so great, and I chuck them in the bin. So fingers crossed this one will be a good one. Okay, so then I'm going to go in again with my isopropyl alcohol. So dip my brush in, wipe off any excess because I don't want this running too much, and then just spread it out. Let it melt, well, not melt, you know what I mean, let it evaporate into the gaps, or sort of spread into the gaps even. Down the side there. So, and I don't find these really pop either until you put the top coat on. They can look a little bit sort of, that's all right, but then it doesn't really do anything until you put the top coat on. So I don't mind this one. And I'm just giving you a rough idea of what you can do. I have got some others already done to show you. So I'm going to let that evaporate, and I'll probably go in with another colour there. Okay, so that has evaporated. Now I'm just going to go in with a touch of green. So I'm just going to pick some lighter patches and not do too much because I don't want this to be really green everywhere. So a little bit of green. It kind of looks like seaweed now, doesn't it? But as you will see, once you put the top coat on these really do look really quite pretty. You can get some absolutely stunning different variations. And you can add as many layers as you want. You can go over the colours and over the colours, and you end up with sort of pools of colour, and it really does look very pretty. So I'm just going to go in and, as I said, just as I've done before, just wash out the green. Wipe off my brush. I want that actually to be a little bit more washed out. I don't want so much green showing through. These just remind me of very much of abstract watercolours. And you can just come up with some stunning effects. Now you could even go in with black here and accent a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it because I think sometimes the more you add, the more mess you make. So that is all I'm going to do. Now I'm going to let that evaporate off, and I'm going to come back and top coat that for you. Okay guys, so the excess alcohol there has evaporated, and I'm going to go in with my Radiant Mirror Shine No Cleanse top coat by Gel 2, and I'm going to give this a lovely top coat. And you will see the colours pop and they just look stunning. So as I said before, there is no right or wrong with this. It depends on how many Sharpie colours you have, what base you use. You can use a colour base as I did for this one, but I have used white for some others and it really does make the colour pop out. So I'm just going to show you top coated. So I'm going to just go in, give it one coat, and as you can see already, I think the top coat makes an amazing difference. It really does make it look stunning. Now this isn't going to appeal to everybody obviously, but this is a simple technique for nail art. It's so easy, you can't go wrong. And as I said, once these are top coated, these really do look amazing. So that is top coated. So I'm now going to pop that in my gel to lamp for 50 seconds and I'll be back. Okay, so that is top coated, and as I said in my previous video, this is a no cleanse top coat. So if you are using this on yourself or your client, you don't need to cleanse it. It is ready to go as soon as it comes out the lamp. So that is one of the ones, obviously the one I showed you. Now I'll just show you some of the others I did. I'll just line them up for you and I'll just be back. Okay, so that is the 6 that I have done, including the one I just did. So I haven't really had massive play with them, but if I had to pick a favourite, I would probably go from the second one from the right. The one with, this is the typical sort of colours that I would go for, this one here. And I do like the one on the far left, but I have only just started playing with this technique, but it's so easy. All you need is some marker pens and some isopropyl alcohol and you can just go nuts. So I will leave it here. I want this to be a quick tutorial, just something that you can just whip together if you are stuck for a nail art idea for a feature nail, or you could do the whole lot. But I mean, you can also add a little bit of glitter to these nails to just funk it up a little bit. There's so many options, obviously colours, but if you're interested in where I got my Sharpies or my Bic pens, I got mine from Coles Supermarket in Australia, 24 pens for $15, and it's in the back to school section. So that is where you can get them from. So guys, if you have any questions, please pop them in the comments box below and I'll get back to you. I will pop all the info that you need to know about these in the description bar. If you haven't given the video a thumbs up already, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my videos because there's lots and lots more coming up. And I've just got some really cool ideas in the works. So stay tuned for more and I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Okay, bye.